What's up, YouTube? So, in this video, just like in previous weeks, I'm going to be giving my picks for Week 14 of the 2019 NFL regular season. So, with that, let me just go ahead and jump right into this with Dallas and Chicago. I don't know. I don't know how to call it with Dallas right now. They're so inconsistent. They're beating themselves a lot of times. I don't know, but the Bears' offense is awful. Mitch Trubisky is awful. I'm going to go Dallas, I guess, but I don't know. It depends on what version of the Cowboys show up. So I don't know. I'm going to go with Dallas, though. Moving on to Carolina and Atlanta, I'm going to go with the Panthers. Atlanta's defense is pretty trash. Not a big. I mean, Christian McCaffrey's, of course, having a fantastic season. But overall, I don't think the Carolina offense is that great. But I think they have enough to possibly beat the Falcons. So, yeah. Baltimore at Buffalo. That actually could be a pretty decent matchup, and I'm going with the Ravens. Definitely something to keep my eye on, though. I mean, it's definitely intriguing. Cincinnati, Cleveland. I'm going to go with the Browns. Browns have been playing a little bit better. They did just get their asses kicked by the Steelers and Duck Hodges, but regardless, Cincinnati is awful. Cincy did get their first win as well over the Jets, but I still think Cleveland is going to take it. So Washington versus Green Bay. Going with the Packers, of course. Redskins are trash, but they are starting to get a running game going. Darius Geis and Adrian Peterson are starting to play pretty well, but Dwayne Haskins isn't playing great. Their offensive line's not great. So I just think Green Bay is going to take that. Detroit versus Minnesota. The Vikings. The Lions, without Stafford, I'm not afraid of him. David Blau, I think it's pronounced. He did okay, but no. San Francisco versus the Saints. Wow, that's actually a really good matchup. That is a really good one. Damn. This one could really go either way, but I think I'm going to give the Saints the edge at home. But this could go either way. I just think that the Saints are a more complete team, but I could definitely see San Fran pulling this out. Miami versus the Jets. I'm going to go with the Dolphins, actually. The Dolphins are kind of hot. The Jets are awful. I think we can take the Jets again. So, Colts versus Tampa. Colts. But Tampa, they're one of those teams that they can get good out of nowhere because Jameis is kind of like that. He can randomly decide to just start lighting it up. But I think the Colts are going to be too much for him. Denver at Houston. Houston, they should destroy Denver. Denver's defense is looking still okay, but their offense is atrocious. Their offensive line, their quarterback play, it's all bad. They did activate rookie quarterback, blanking out. Drew Lock, could not think of his name for a second. They did activate him, but he's probably not going to play. Chargers versus the Jaguars. Gardner Minshew is apparently going to be back. Actually, I think I'm going to go with Jacksonville at home. I think Jacksonville's defensive line is going to really pose problems for the Chargers. Their tackles are awful, and I think they're really going to kind of beat up on Phillip Rivers. Titans versus the Raiders. That's actually a pretty decent matchup. I'm going to go with the Raiders, but I could actually see that going either way. But I just think the Raiders are going to be a little bit too much. But Tennessee is quietly almost about to sneak into that wild card spot. They're tied with Pittsburgh right now. So, yeah. Kansas City versus New England. In New England, I'll go with the Patriots. I could see this going either way, but the Patriots' defense, they're kind of designed to beat Kansas City because Kansas City is more of a passing offense, and they're really good at defending the pass. If you're going to beat the Patriots, you kind of got to run the football, and running hasn't really been that great for the Chiefs, and their defense is really bad. So, but so is the Patriots' offensive line. Matter of fact, I am probably going to be I will be dropping a Tom Brady film session, probably before this video comes out. Hopefully, if so, I'll try to put the link to that video into the description of this one. Basically, looking at why his completion percentage is kind of down this year. But yeah, go ahead and check that out if you want. Pittsburgh versus Arizona. That's actually kind of tough. I could see this one going either way. Pittsburgh is looking to get into the playoffs, but I don't think they're as good as their record implies. I really don't. Their defense is playing okay. I'm gonna give it to Pittsburgh. I'm gonna say Pittsburgh, but I could see the Cardinals finding a way to take this. Seattle versus the Rams is interesting, but I'm going to go with the Seahawks. The Rams have been very disappointing this year. Their defense has been bad. Goff is starting to show his true colors. I've never been a big fan of Goff or Wentz, really. Even when they were coming out of college, I wasn't a big fan of either of them. But the Rams as a whole, they're just not as dominant as they were. So his numbers are starting to kind of drop. I'm going to go with Seattle. They're really hot right now, and Russell Wilson, he'd probably be the leading MVP candidate if it wasn't for Lamar Jackson. So, yeah. Giants versus Eagles. Eagles. Yeah, I'm going to go with Philly there. It could be a closer matchup than you think, though. Philly's defensive backs are terrible, especially their corners. They were already terrible, and then with the injuries that they've gotten, it's only made it worse. Carson Wentz has really struggled. Yeah. But I still think it's enough to beat the Giants. The Giants are awful. So, yeah. Anyway, obviously no bye weeks. But, yeah. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for this video. That's all my picks. So, if you liked it, I'd appreciate you hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, leave in the comments down below. I'd love to hear if you agree or disagree with me on some of the picks I just made. And, yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.